Have we got sound?
Yeah. Got it. I don't know.
That was working.
I don't know. I dropped it.
Yes, you did.
Real professional.
I know, right?
It's awesome. Turn this
Okay.
unpleasant echo for those watching. How's everybody doing? It is a very hot day in Oklahoma. Tell them about the news story. Farmers' fields just burning up.
There was a farmer on the news just last night. He's a large scale farmer, has like 800 acres. And he said his hay is decimated. His fields are decimated. It's just a dust bowl. You can kick the ground, the grass comes up. It's just dry and blows away. He's having to buy feed for the cattle, and he has 200 head, and he's having to buy hay. Even though he has 800 acres, he has to buy hay because he doesn't have enough.
Squash that I planted out front, it's gone. It died. Just burned up. And we water every other day.
Well, he was saying he has an irrigation system, and he lost half of his winter wheat crop this year because the heat came in so early.
I told you that one field that I showed the winter wheat, like it sat there for a long time. I thought, like, why didn't they harvest it yet?
And some people are throwing a fit because there's like 7 or 8 counties that have a burn ban, and the western half of the state is considered under drought conditions, but nothing for the rest of it. Yesterday, there was this huge wildfire in Caddo County, Oklahoma, and it ended up burning 4 houses completely to the ground. Total loss. And there's not even a burn ban in that county. So they're not very happy with the leadership right now.
And you guys know from 4th of July, it was dry then.
Yeah. Had to play firefighters.
It had just started to start way back then. And it's gone this long. It's the middle of August. I swear, we're a month and a half without rain.
Hey, Chris, how you doing? Okay.
It's just depressing.
It is depressing, but I mean,
all the hydroponic systems are a go.
Well, I've got one left.
Well, I'm not really sure if we need to plant that one yet.
Oh.
Like, I might start some.
It's ready. Let's put it
right.
that way. If we want to do something, we can.
I ordered new baskets. Although we found my hidden baskets that were actually hidden.
Don't you love it when you hide something for later and you can't remember where you hid it?
I don't know what happened.
Hello, Chris.
Hello.
Got a no burn message here. Everyone in the country getting emergency text message yesterday. See, now that's what we were talking about. I mean, there are people that
Larry's talking about not doing any foraging this weekend because it would be kind of irresponsible to do so, even though we water the crap out of our land.
And back there around my forge, I have no flammable, material. It's not going to like start. But I mean, I don't want to make people nervous. Look out their back door and see this big raging fire. Out there pounding on hot metal.
Right.
I might do some. I've got the stuff to do some handle work on my David Bowie knife. And the dagger. Bowie knife. I was thinking about doing the dagger too. So we'll see about that. Right now, all our little furry friends are in here wanting to
actually fell asleep for a little bit about an hour ago on the couch over there. So I am here.
I just asked the girl, when should I wake her up? She wake you up. Oh, hello, Chris.
How many times you go say hello, Chris?
I'm sorry, did I already say that?
Yes.
I'm not all with it either. I took a nap.
He took a nap first, and it looked so good, is what it was.
Man, this heat, it just sucks the life right out of you. I mean,
He asked me if I wanted to go to town. I was like, man, that car is black. It's like the air conditioner can't do all that. You know what I mean? It's hot. It's like you're frying in a little can going to town. So I had to go get a soil, you know. I did.
I've been working it every day, you know, painting.
I had to come home and change my clothes.
We
Take a shower.
not counting travel time, we've been in the heat probably 10 hours a day, every day. And it's still, I mean, at the end of the day, you just feel like somebody let the air out of it. It's horrible. I don't think there's any getting used to this heat.
You ever tried to watch that mini series called Under the Dome by Stephen King, or read the book? The book is really good. The mini series went wild, but like the book, and it reminds me of that. Like no rain comes in, you know, like nothing can come in, nothing can go out. It's like we're sitting here in this air that's like, puh. And this is like the only time that the humidity is relatively low for Oklahoma. You know,
Indiana Funny Farms. Here.
Indiana. You know Indiana. I played Indiana Jones in the Temple of Doom. Well, I played. Hey, what was it? John Williams medley in band. You know, that cover Indiana. Dun, dun, dun. Low key, every time I see your name, it's like running in the back. Dun, 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 dun. Wrong account. What is happening?
Oh my goodness.
Kirsty is here. And Hart. What is happening?
No, see,
That's Dean.
no, that is
It's me.
Soulful Gaming. What is it? I saw it somewhere.
Oh, Sloth. Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. Mr.
Soulful Gaming.
Listen. Great little game playing channel y'all got there. You know?
I'm not good at games.
He's okay. He's okay at games.
He's okay. That's what she tells her dog when he's upset. He's okay. What's that make me?
First he is SFG. What?
Well,
Quit calling people names, Indiana. Y'all choked me up. No, I'm not Kirsty.
is that a DJ? Is that
Yeah.
is that the name?
I think so. I don't want to lie.
Forgive me, I'm bad with names.
I think it's DJ.
Your oldest son. Oh, it's the boys.
Yes. Two of them.
Howdy, howdy, howdy. Some content is not appropriate for young viewers.
Not tonight. It's okay.
I don't know, man. Some
No,
of that
no,
stuff
no.
I looked up.
I think he's wizened. You know what I mean?
Some of that stuff. Oh, it's DJ in the chat. See, it's not it. Hey
Yeah.
guys,
I told you.
some of that stuff I looked up on the Crescent is horrible, horrible. It is. I mean, they found just what was it? 7 years ago, they dug up that pit that I was telling you about.
Really?
Usually the Willie. Yeah, it was in
7 years ago?
2019. That's when they found it. That's after we've been there. We were there. What? Hell, it was.
Give you a little back history of the Crescent Hotel and damn it.
She is going to strangle my dog. Okay. Well, I don't want to jump right into the Crescent because we have add-ons to the Crescent. The first one I was going to talk about. The subject tonight was ghosts. Okay. And the first one I found out, I'd heard about this before, and I thought it was really interesting, so I looked it up. It turns out I wasn't disappointed. It's called the Bell Witch. Now, the reason they called it the Bell Witch is because it affected the Bell family, and they assumed it was witchcraft, but it was actually a what would be called today a poltergeist, very active poltergeist. Okay.
For somebody pretending to be a poltergeist.
The Bell Witch was a 19th century ghost centered around the John Bell family in Robertson County, Tennessee. The haunting stretched from 1817 to 1821. The family reported violent and verbal attacks by an invisible entity. Local folklore linked the haunting to a neighbor named Kate Batts. Supposedly, John Bell had cheated this already unfriendly neighbor in a land purchase, and she vowed revenge. Now, there have been several theories about who it actually was, but she seemed to be the most popular. Throughout the 4 years, the family saw strange, unexplained animals that would disappear. It started when John saw a dog, and he went to shoot it, and the dog disappeared. And then the son saw an enormous bird sitting on the fence. It flew up into the air and disappeared. Anyway, family members would hear sounds of gnawing on their beds, which, I mean, that would scare the bejesus out of me, is hear something gnawing on your bed. And I lost my place. They'd hear invisible dogs fighting, which they use that in The Exorcist. And dragging chains. It sounded like somebody was dragging chains around the house. And then John Bell began experiencing paralysis in his mouth, which Amanda wishes it happened to me around then. Sheets were ripped off the beds of the children.
What would that look like?
Paralysis of the mouth. You're not funny. Keep up with the chat. Okay, the ghost would rip the beds off the kids, rip the sheets off the kids' beds, and it also pull their hair and scratch them. And it showed particular interest in the youngest daughter named Betsy. It really didn't like her at all. And the spirit began to speak. When asked, it gave several different accounts of who it was and what it wanted. It even claimed to be a Native American from a disturbed burial mound. It sent one guy on a wild goose chase for buried treasure. And it was well versed in Bible text and enjoyed religious arguments. It would argue with them about religious beliefs. And at one time, I read that it quoted word for word 2 sermons that happened 13 miles away in 2 separate places.
Now listen, Andrew Jackson confirming anything is fine.
Okay, now it was rumored that while he was in the military, before he was president, Andrew Jackson visited the farm with his troops because they had heard about the disturbances and they were going to see what they could do about it. And evidently they were frightened away by the ghost. So, I mean, it's... Now, John Bell was killed by poisoning in 1820, and it was blamed on the ghost who had threatened to kill him repeatedly. Now, I don't know why a ghost would poison somebody. I mean, it seems... Anyway, and then a few months later, the youngest daughter, Betsy, called off her engagement to a man she was going to marry. And after that, the ghost seemed satisfied, and it said it was leaving, but it said it would be back in 7 years. Well, when it did come back in 7 years, and the mother and children that were left decided to ignore it, and it went away again. I just thought it was a really cool story because, yeah, Kenneth, they haven't made a movie about it. I didn't see all this in the movie, but it was a very active ghost. It could travel. It like followed them to different places, and it talked to them. And evidently held conversations, not just like, the little ghost radio thing. Go away. It was like old sermons and crap, Go away. Dean said he thinks there's a film based on it. Yeah. Yeah, see, I don't know why I started with the Bell Witch. For some reason, I just got to thinking about it. As soon as we thought of ghosts, I thought of the Bell Witch, even though it's called the Witch. I mean, that's a ghost story,
It's worth being said that there's rumors about either the brother or the dad, and
Yes, there are
you know.
several rumors debunking, several rumors.
Well, I don't know how
validating.
you can debunk anything that happened that long ago. To tell you the
I
truth.
mean, really, life was paranormal
You
back
know.
then.
And like after a certain point in time, this became like this town's like claim to fame. Even back then, this is where this happened. And all the rumors, and you know how things spread around. A little telephone game you play in school where you tell somebody a story. By the end of the game, it has become wild with frivolous details.
Well, I thought it was interesting that the ghost liked Bible text and would get in religious arguments with it. Because, I mean, the Bible does mention ghosts several occasions.
Listen, back then, everyone knew their Bible. To be honest, right?
That's all they had.
Yes. I mean, there was no
Couldn't go
TV.
watch
It was like,
Kardashians.
okay, like,
Sit there.
you had the heathens and you had church. Like, you had,
Oh, by the way, heathens.
choose
Did
a
I tell
side.
you I found the origin of that word
No.
in Europe. It's
Running
like-
around the heather.
Yeah, north of the Rhine was called the Heath,
Oh.
and people that came from that part of Europe they called heathens. And of course, they had different religious beliefs, so that kind of got tied in with it. I thought it was really cool. Anyway. Her family name comes from around the Rhine, so she's a heathen.
I guess.
But anyway, yeah, I thought the Bell Witch was really interesting. I mean, it'd be fun to check out, but like you said, it's hard to prove or disprove anything that happened back then.
Right.
But I mean, look at what happened in Salem.
Like, I'm convinced most of that was like land and money grubbing.
Exactly. Well,
Yeah.
who's to say that? This said it was started over a land deal. I mean, it's crazy. The things that people would go to, and even if it wasn't people. But why would it give different accounts? Like it said it was a Native American from a disturbed burial mound on the place. And they went and dug the whole thing up, gonna, take care of it, and there was nothing there. And then it told this other guy that it was a spirit of a guy that they had hid some treasure on the land, and they killed him to keep it secret. And he told this guy where the treasure was. The guy went and looked for it, and it wasn't there no more.
Treasure.
So, yeah. Yes, this is the table I made.
Yeah. Change the venue, right? And I don't have to worry about whether my kitchen is spotless. You know what I mean?
Look at this ivy, guys. I mean, this is one of those, I forgot about the ivy plants. I mean, it never gets cared for like
Although
the
I
rest
have
of
to
plants.
say, I think my orchids went ahead and died this year.
Orchids are finicky. I don't like them.
I kept them alive like 3
Look at
years.
this. I just want to show you this. Just real quick. Look.
Be careful.
This thing's a monster. It's like Audrey, too.
Well, there's a lot of aloe behind you guys.
Oh, that
too.
aloe. You remember the video? Her and the aloe.
Yeah, I remember last year and
All
I
over the
repotted them.
You've been to Salem? That's awesome.
I'm looking around. I think they need some water. Sure. But anyway, everything needs
Speaking
water.
of Salem,
I'm a descendant.
her history,
I'm a proctor.
when she did her,
On my maternal
it's either
side.
23andMe or Ancestry that brought it up.
Ancestry.
She is related to some of the first people prosecuted in the Salem witch trials, the proctors, and one of the first men to be accused.
Yes.
So, I mean, they were a very prominent family in the Salem witch trials. and
Somehow, like,
they're her family.
the mother and the daughter got out of it. One of them was pregnant, but the dad got executed.
Yeah.
But they
yeah,
had to spend some time in jail. Then the women got released.
Yeah, but without him, they didn't have any claim to the land.
It was really funny because, and I didn't know this. We didn't know this yet, but girl had bought a shirt that said Salem. They forgot one or something like that. They missed one.
But it's see there again, like we was talking about, when they did away with the patriarch, the women couldn't own the land,
Yeah, no, they had to.
so they had to give up
They had
their
to
land.
go. That was what I was saying. Like
Yeah,
They
I
took
mean
their
it's,
land.
it's all such shady
they
crap.
wanted the land.
But she's from Salem, guys. Okay, so
And what are the ones?
that explains a lot.
Woo! Janky woman.
Janky.
Yeah.
What the hell is that?
Well, it is. It's my person. Woo! I love that
I
song.
thought janky meant like half-assed. You know?
Yeah, right now. Listen.
You're more of a sketchy woman. How's that?
Oh, sketchy. That's it. I gotta go pee. I'll be back.
You want me to go ahead and start about the Crescent?
Sure. Oh no, I'll give her a backstory about why we went.
Yeah. Okay. I used to live in Northwest Arkansas, right up on the Missouri border. I live 9 miles east of Eureka Springs, and in Eureka Springs is a hotel called the Crescent Hotel. And the guys I used to run around with up there, they were all born and raised in the area. They were always talking about the Crescent being haunted. So we decided, we being young guys, we would go over there at night and go roaming around looking for stuff. It's back before everybody did the whole ghost hunting thing with all the equipment, and all we had was, a bunch of dumb guys. Anyway, there was all kinds of freaky stuff happening there, guys. Okay, like we were coming down the stairs, and there is who painted that painting, the Blue Boy? I know you know what I'm talking about. It's very famous, but anyway, they have a painting of that hanging on one of the landings. As we were coming down the stairs, that painting slid down the wall and hit the floor. Scared the bejesus out of us. Another time we were in the dining room, as dark as a dungeon, and it's huge. I mean, this place is built as a luxury hotel. And we heard this noise, and it sounded like, I don't know if any of you have ever heard them old wind-up metal toys they used to have. That's what it sounded like, buzzing across the floor. We was like, what in the world? So we went over to check it out and never could find anything. Well, we turned around to leave, and we heard another noise, and the guys were all freaking out already, and they were like, what in the world was? I was like, I've heard that sound a million times. It's a grandfather clock winding itself. And we went over to check it out, and there was no grandfather clock. And then we're out in the lobby trying to collect our thoughts, and we see this head floating above the desk. We was like, holy crap. That was it for us. We spun her, and it's the hotel manager. He'd been asleep behind the desk, and he just popped his head up. Anyway, that was what started. And then when Amanda and I got together, we decided, being the weird people that we are, that we would take our anniversary trip.
1 year.
Up to Eureka Springs, the 1 year anniversary, and we would go stay at the Crescent Hotel. And more on that later. It was an experience. Well, Tiffany and Brian's here.
Hello, heaven.
Okay, here we
It's
go.
the Heaven Crew. Have fun in nature. Tiffany.
This I've got wrote down. I'll give you a little bit of the backstory of the Crescent.
Hit that thumbs up, guys.
11 people and 7 thumbs up for us. Anyway. The Crescent Hotel was built in 1886 in Eureka Springs, Arkansas. And that was built by a committee that was beautifying Eureka Springs and a railroad in conjunction. It was like a big luxury resort for drawing visitors. Some have called it America's most haunted hotel. The dark history started during the construction in 1886 when a stonemason named Michael fell to his death in the area of modern room 218. He is now one of the hotel's most famous ghosts. I've seen him on the ghost hunter shows. They go to room 218 to talk to Michael.
In the little mini series Rose Red, that is a similar story. At the beginning of the construction of Rose Red, somebody fell to his death.
Yeah, well, it started during construction. And for several years, it was a luxury hotel. Like I said, they catered to the rich and famous. I've heard presidents stayed there, and cattle barons, and railroad what do they call them? The big railroad guys.
Magnets.
Yeah.
Magnates.
Okay.
Whatever.
Well, in 1908, from 1908 to 1924, the hotel was operated as the Crescent College and Conservatory for Young Women.
When?
Okay, my writing is terrible. During this period, folklore tells a young woman who fell from a third or fourth floor balcony. Some say she was love struck, others that she was pregnant out of wedlock. Some say she was pushed. End result was the same. She fell 3 or 4 floors and landed at the front of the garden behind the hotel.
And we
Splat.
saw her, guys.
Okay, more on that later. We didn't know this story at the time, by the way.
No.
Okay. The Girl in the Mist. She is now known as the Girl in the Mist. And if you'd see her, you'll know why. She's been seen peering down from balconies and then disappears. Or she'll be standing near a spot where she landed, which is where we saw her. Or even heard screaming as she falls.
We saw a cat looking at her, which is how we saw her. It was super, super weird.
It was. Oh, there's a cat.
The cat was like playing with the moth.
There.
And we were watching the cat, and the cat just turned around like something was behind him and was staring at the back glass of the lobby there. And there was this woman in like a white grayish, the quintessential.
Yeah.
When you walked up to the glass, she was not there.
Okay. We had some experiences in the room. And so we came downstairs to calm down. We came into the lobby, which was well lit. And they had this cat, I believe it was a Himalayan. It's one of those kind of fuzzy ones that look like Siamese. Anyway, it was playing with a moth, chasing it around. So we was watching that. Well, it goes over to the door, it stops and looks, staring at the door. Well, we looked at the door, and it's these double glass doors that go out to the garden. And there's a woman standing there in a nightgown, like a long nightgown, typical of what you'd think of a ghost wearing. Anyway, we see her and she's standing there looking at the cat. And Amanda was like, well, did she get locked out or what? And I was like, I don't know. I said, well, hell, I'll go let her in. And so I got up and started walking across the lobby. And I looked up at the door and she wasn't there anymore. I was like, well, I guess she left. So I turned around and came back, and Amanda's like, what are you doing? I was like, well, she left. She's like, no, she didn't. Turn around, the woman's there looking at the cat again. But she got up with me the next time, and we started across the lobby. You get about halfway across, and the woman would fade out. The cat's still standing there staring. It was strange. I mean, I've never had an experience like that before. That was totally freaking real.
And FYI, it was like 12 at night. I was in my pajamas too.
Yeah,
I was
it
trying
in
to
the
go
middle
to
of the
sleep.
night. Kenneth said he went on a paranormal investigation in Salem to investigators. That's pretty cool. Okay.
It's really cool, Chris.
The darkest era for the Crescent was between 1937 to 1940. This is horrible, guys. A radio charlatan named Norman Baker turned the hotel into a fake hospital, claiming he had a miracle cure for cancer. He even claimed to be a doctor, and he had no medical training at all. Desperate people from all over flocked to the Crescent in hopes for this cure.
His dad's email is Kenneth, and he just uses his dad's email, guys. But when he knows you and loves you, he tells you his name is Chris. That's why I call him Chris. I'm not trying to be obtuse.
Okay, these poor people were subjected to bogus treatments involving plain spring water, watermelon seeds, and antiseptic mixtures,
Watermelon.
while
seeds.
Baker just raked in the profits from their misery.
Yeah.
Some of the spirits from this time period include Theodora. She's one of the famous ones. She's a formidable nurse seen carrying clipboards and marching down the halls. And there's an apparition known as the Patient. She is a woman reported in nightwear,
Yeah.
searching for her belongings and lingering near the foot of beds. Now, if you imagine waking up and seeing that woman we saw at the foot of your bed, that'd be it. Done. Okay. Dr. Baker himself has been seen in the hotel lobby wearing a purple shirt and a white linen suit. I'm telling you, that lobby is immense. And it has this atmosphere to it. You just have to be there and know what we're talking about. There's Hobo Hideaway.
It's like being in a southern mansion, not a huge southern mansion, but
Yes, it's very
it is big.
Victorian.
There are wings,
Baker was arrested for mail fraud and sent to Leavenworth Prison in 1940. The brochures he was sending out in the mail were what got him busted for mail fraud. So he ended up going to prison.
Wow.
Not enough, if you ask me. Anyway.
No, he legit killed people.
Yes. In 1997, Marty and Elise Ronick, I probably butchering it's Roenigk. They bought the hotel and they said they were going to bring it back to its glory of 100 years ago, and they did. They have totally renovated it.
Really?
Yes. That people talk about it as like
That had to have been
the jewel.
right after we stayed there.
Yeah, I mean, we got married.
Because we
Yeah.
got married in 96.
So they were just starting
Yeah.
or in the process of buying it. They said they have totally refurbished the hotel back to its former glory. Said it's a glorious place.
It wasn't that expensive.
Now
for a
get
night.
this. In 2019, a landscape gardener dug up some strange bottles. They appeared to be identical to the bottles Norman Baker used in his advertising posters. Some even seemed to have tumors floating in them.
Ugh.
Needless to say, she called the authorities. After a thorough investigation by archaeologists from the University of Arkansas, Arkansas State Crime Lab, and a professional hazmat crew, it was determined they had located a dump site used by Baker. They found bottles, specimens, and surgical tools
Wow.
all over the place.
Oh my God.
And not only did this prove that the horror stories that everybody told about it was true, they were worse than they ever thought. Evidently, some of the specimens they found were horrific, like pieces. It's good. Gives you the creeps. And this was by state agencies. Now, I wrote down a list of spirits that have been seen at the hotel. Okay. A man in Victorian clothing. Now, a lot of the ghosts they say are in Victorian clothing, I guess, because the heyday, A man in Victorian clothing who says, I saw the most beautiful woman in here last night and I'm waiting for her to return. There's a bride and a groom in Victorian wedding attire. It was seen by a hotel staff member and she immediately quit and never came back. The chef at the hotel has reported pots and pans flying off the hooks in the kitchen. Now, I told you I was in a dining room and had experiences, so I can believe that. I mean, it was crazy. There's a young boy called Brecky who's been known to bounce his ball in the hallways and hang out on the second floor. He is thought to be Clifton Breckenridge Thompson. That's why they call him Brecky. The 4-year-old son of the college president when it was a college. He died of complications from appendicitis while living at the hotel. And here's one that will interest you. Morris the tabby cat died in the 1970s. Guests say they have felt him rubbing against their legs. Evidently, this place has a history.
Knock it off.
Dr. John Fremont Ellis was a
Okay.
resident doctor at the hotel in the early years when it was a luxury resort. And people he was a real heavy pipe smoker, evidently.
A what?
A real heavy pipe smoker, not your kind of pipe. People have reported smelling his cherry pipe tobacco in room 212. And it turns out room 212 is where his office used to be. We jumped to. Way to go,
Right.
Panda. You nut job.
When we stayed in our room, you didn't say anything about the fire.
Okay, I was 1967. A fire destroyed much of the building's south wing.
We
Okay,
stayed in the south wing.
exactly. That's why I skipped that. I figured I'd
And-
put it in here.
Well, first of all, the first thing that happened was we had a curtain blowing in and out. And it was March, but it was not cold. So we didn't have anything on. Knock it off! Go lay down!
I'm sorry, I tried to quiet him.
Okay.
Sorry.
The curtain was blowing in and out. It had little window units, like a lot of hotels do. 'Cause this is not, it's not like,
This is before the renovation.
right. Okay. But it wasn't on. So it just blew in and out, and that was creepy. But then we heard something that sounded like somebody was walking outside on the,
Fire escape.
yes, fire escape thing. And then we had a smoke alarm that was just beeping like the battery was low, right? So that's why we all got up and left and went downstairs, because like the smoke alarm on top of everything else, like it was just too weird. And we were going to tell them there was something wrong with our smoke alarm. Well, when we came back, the room across the way, you notice it quit barking, by the way? Who's got the power?
Well, Hobo Hideaway says sometimes when people talk about the spiritual realm of things, it can invoke spirits to come. Maybe that's why the dogs are acting up.
No,
No,
it's
it's
girl back
Girl
there.
who can't park her butt somewhere. That's the spirits. Hey, but I firmly believe there are shadow people here.
He says it because his dog is a
That
weirdo.
ain't it. I've seen other things.
His
Shadows
dog
that-
is a little weirdo.
She will sit and stare in a closet for hours. And she will stare down the hallway. And I have seen shadows move when there's nothing else moving in and out. I mean, it's anyway. Back to the story of the Crescent.
Yes.
That is why the smoke
Wait.
alarm and
When we came back, the room across the way, their smoke alarm was doing the same thing ours was doing, and the door was open a little bit. I don't know why. I didn't peek in there or anything. So like, we came from the room, we went downstairs and saw the gray lady or whatever you want to call her. Oh, sorry. I'm spatially unaware. And
Anyway.
I use my hands a lot.
that was why we were down in the lobby. Okay. The thing with the curtain, now there's no radiator heater underneath
Yes,
the window.
I said that.
I mean, you're talking about a window unit.
No.
Anyway,
Okay, it's those unit things that are always bolted underneath a window, like in hotels and motels across the nation.
when I reached to see if the window was cracked, it's what's caused the curtain to blow. The curtain wrapped around my arm,
Yeah.
and that was when we finally said, "Okay, that's enough. Let's go downstairs." So
we didn't
that's-
ever tell anybody about our smoke alarm because there was nobody down there. And like I said, ours wasn't doing it anymore, and the place across the room was. So there's some weirdness.
That's how we ended up in the lobby and had our encounter with the girl in the mist. And I'm telling you, that was
I
the most
just
freaky
said-
experience of my life. It was, I mean, she was totally visible. I mean, solid as me and you from across the room.
I don't know. It was a reflection looking thing, you know.
Well, I
There.
mean, there was no doubt in your mind it was a woman standing there.
Yes. But
And
not
then-
solid.
You get up and start across the room, and the closer you would get, the more she would fade, and then she would just be gone. But the cat never moved. That's worth noting. The
cat
cat
keep watching.
never moved.
The whole time.
And then we found out, like the next day, or was it what? We found out about the girl
Yeah.
that had committed suicide or was pushed.
Yeah,
All
because
about-
you know when they came and we went and looked at caves in the area. Like we went on cave tours, and they left a little pamphlet and a chocolate on your bed. You know, like a pamphlet about the hotel, and that's where we found out some of the stuff we found out. You know, the fire alarm could be staged.
Yeah, I mean, nowadays, I was reading up.
A
Nowadays,
draft in the window.
they do ghost tours and they have ghost investigations. They have a resident ghost hunter that stays there. So I can see where these days they might play it up some. But when we stayed there, it was before any of the renovations. I mean, it was nice, but it wasn't like swanky. You know what I'm saying? It was,
Like the bar was not open when we were there. and
yeah, it had,
stuff.
had an old feel to it. Anyway, there was nobody to stage this stuff. And when I was messing around in it back in the early 90s, me and my friends, I just heard word of mouth. That was before, like I said, all the paranormal investigation shows. It was before, basically before the internet. You know?
Yeah.
It was just
Wow,
word of
when
mouth,
we went to go
local
stay
legend.
at the Crescent in Eureka Springs, we didn't Google it, guys. We did not have
Yeah, there were-
computers. We didn't even have a cell phone, I don't think.
No, it didn't. Not that time.
Yeah. Yeah.
So, yeah.
He just knew about it. And we went and stayed
That's
there.
I told her about our experience at Crescent.
1997 in March.
Now, another thing might be worth noting is not far from the Crescent is where they do that passion play in the Ozarks. They had that enormous statue that's kind of like the Christ the Redeemer statue in Rio,
Right.
but it's in the Ozarks. It's called Christ of the Ozarks, and it's enormous. How tall is that thing? I can't remember. It's huge, enormous. Well, me and my buddies, after one of our little forays to the Crescent that night and getting scared to death, we figured we'd go somewhere religious.
They were drunk.
Not all of us. Anyway, we decided to go somewhere religious. So we went up to the Christ of the Ozarks. It's the middle of the night. As we were pulling up to the Christ of the Ozarks, a herd of white deer ran across the field underneath the statue. Freaked us out and we left. I mean, they were snow white.
They weren't just like in the moonlight.
No, we found out later that there was an exotic animal farm not far from there who had had some fallow deer escape. That was the white deer.
What is Hobo saying?
He was talking about the invoking the spirits, causing the dogs to act up.
I don't want to invoke any spirits for sure. Like we should also talk about
No, Amanda's not reading the chat. She's not doing her
the
job.
Father, the Son, and the Holy Ghost. Archons, which are also shadow people, usually linger within doorways and windows.
See, that's why
I don't like this story.
I'm telling you, I see them in the hallway and I see them in a
No.
closet. And in this same room, we were sitting there. It used to be our bedroom. And we were sitting there watching TV. Amanda was on the bed and I was in a chair. And the hot water tank is in a little closet in the corner of that room.
Kirsty, you're having fires?
And this thing,
I'm
Amanda
reading
heard
the
something.
chat now.
Amanda heard something sounded like it was in the hot water tank. And when I turned around, I was still sitting in my chair, and I turned around and looked up the door. The door came down on my head. It just fell forward with.
But
Bang.
to be honest, that door, the hinges are
Yes,
shot.
the
It's
hinges
just
are
propped
shot.
up in there, okay? Like,
But it's wedged in there. There's no way that door should have fallen.
I don't like that story anyway. Why did I tell that one?
But it's spooky. And it proves my point about shadow people. There are shadow people here. And Kinky knows, she sees them all the time. Wildfires in the UK. And like I said, we've been having wildfires around here. There were just 4 homes burnt to the ground in Caddo County yesterday. And sometime earlier down in Anadarko, there was another wildfire that went through an RV park, and it did some damage, but the main thing it did was it destroyed their water well, and they can't afford to fix it.
Obo is really awesome. If you guys haven't checked out Obo Hideaway, I suggest you do because he's a really, really awesome guy. Really lovely guy.
Yes, it's the house we're in now.
Yes, it's the
With
house
the
we're in
shadow
now.
peoples. They're not-
Shadow people.
They don't bother you. They just freak you out. Nobody else believes me.
This town, I don't know about this town. I know this house is basically really close to where a old railroad line used to be.
Yeah, that's the old bridges where they got painted down there.
Yeah, it run right through here.
And this town was started by Czechoslovakian immigrants, and it was actually became a town before Oklahoma became a state.
A lot of the towns are like Russian, Checo, I guess. Czech. Yes, okay, not Russian. But and a lot of the names of there's still generational people here,
Yeah. Right across that Napa Simics. Simics have run it for generations. They're Czech. What's some of the others? Anyway, I can't think of them right offhand.
Well, and it's weird because they picked like towns in different states to be like sister towns to Russia, and like I was wondering why they didn't pick Prague. It's like duh, because Czech got out, and like I don't know.
You got to see the names. You
I
got to see
don't
the
know.
names of some of our roads. We have a road called Klabzuba. 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 That's where the hospital is. On
I haven't
Klabzuba.
heard about the fires either. But honestly, I told you guys after watching the news here and hearing about no more rain for at least 2-3 weeks, like, I mean, all my stuff's out there dying despite what I'm doing. And like, it's just, you know what I mean?
They're talking about next weekend a cool front coming, and it's going to be 97. I mean, come on.
I mean, we live where we live and I get it. But last year,
Okay, we have had days of higher heat. There's been a couple days the last couple of years where it did hit 120 air temperature, which is enormously hot. But this is the longest sustained heat wave Oklahoma has had since they started recording, which has been the last 100 years. We have had, I can't remember, it's like 19 days over 100 degrees.
we had more once in the 60s or 90s or something like that. I don't know. One time.
You know what?
But it's without the rain, too.
Oh, yeah.
We haven't
the
had any
drought
rain in a month and a
conditions.
half.
And it's been windy, which makes it 10 times worse with fire.
All the rain's been swirling south. Like Houston, them got hammered there for a while. I don't even know if they're getting any rain anymore, but like up by the Kansas border, up at the top of Oklahoma, there's been some rain skirting by. That's it. And then it goes on to like flood people up north and wherever. Like,
Indiana says they have too much rain.
yes.
They
yeah,
wish you could share.
Rebecca was telling me Indiana how it was having too much. I wish I could blow it back. Turn all your fans. Turn your fans on and point them to the
A
west.
friend of mine that I work with was, he was looking at the almanac or the almanac thing, and they're saying that this is all going to flip around and we're going to have one of the wettest winters on record.
That's what the Farmer's Almanac said. So apparently, the Farmer's Almanac knew we were going to have El Nino.
I get this guy, same friend. He is a Muskogee Creek Native American. He was talking to an old woman in his tribe the other day.
How do you make it rain? I listened to a rain dance
She
today.
is 79 years old. He said she looks like she's 50, but she's 79 years old. And he asked her, in the old days, how would y'all break the drought? And she said, find a turtle and have your dog play with it. And if the dog plays with the turtle, it'll rain. And we've got a dog that would play with a turtle.
Does the turtle have to live afterward?
I don't know.
Is that specified?
He didn't say. He just said you need your dog to play with a turtle. Now, any thoughts on that? I mean, what's a dog play with? Does it have to be a water turtle, or will a terrapin do? You know, you know what I'm saying? Because your box terrapins aren't technically a turtle.
He's got big feelings right now.
Why has he got big feelings?
He's got big feelings. So, like, the only time I've sensed presences and seen things and had doors fly at me. But one time I absolutely saw something crazy was after my grandpa he passed away from Alzheimer's basically, or complications thereof. I was probably 7 or 8. And it took me a while, but like I went to sleep in what was called his bedroom again. And I was sleeping in there and I woke up in the morning, just laying there looking around, and I saw something out of the corner of my eye, and I look over and my grandma had a hairdressing chair, the little hair dryer thing, sitting there between the bed and the closet. Because my grandma's sister was a hairdresser. That's how she got that. She was so proud of it. She used to make me and my cousin Carmen sit under there with these horrid egg-smelling treatments on our head that would make your hair really stiff when you had to go wash it out. Anyway.
I always wondered about that chair.
Yeah. That's why, like, they would curl our hair and, like, I don't know. Okay, whatever. He was just sitting there, like, he always wore, like, are you got shivers?
Yeah.
He always wore, like, those Western shirts, not the long sleeve ones, but, like, he was sitting there in his Wranglers and whatever, and he was looking straight ahead. And I just kind of sucked in all my breath, and he looked over at me, and I shot out of bed like I'd been set on fire, and I went running to the living room. My mom and my grandma were sitting in there, and I jumped on the love seat. They were both in the recliners, and they said, "What the hell happened to you?" And I said, "Nothing. Nothing. Nothing happened." Because, I didn't know how to process it, what I had seen, but, like, I didn't want to tell my grandmother I saw him. You know what I mean? Like, she, like,
It would be a conundrum.
yeah. She was like, broke up after he died. Like, we all were. Like, it was horrible. It was all horrible. And it's just like, I could not let his eyes hit me. Like, I don't know. There was something in me that said, no. Now, I was never scared of my grandpa. He was like my father figure. The best things possible. He taught me how to ride a horse. I was his favorite. But it scared the crap out of me.
Now, see, that makes me wonder why it would just automatically give you a sense of fear.
because he was dead.
Well, I know that, but
No, that was it. That was it. He was dead. He was not supposed to be there.
well, kind of like that movie we just
No.
watched again with the Contact, where they sent the figure of her father to.
You see Jodie Foster's face in that movie. She looks scared. She looks scared, Monty. She really does.
That is the most horrible movie of all time.
No.
Anyway,
No, listen, it makes me feel bad. It makes me feel bad for being scared because
it just seems like he could have communicated his intention in some way. Anyways, that's it.
Hmm.
But the shadow people around here, I've never had them do anything malicious. It's just they like move in the corner of your eye or make a dog freak out for no reason.
well, this house was built in the 60s. A lot of lives came here. And whoever either had this house built or lived here first took great care. They bought like that outrageous outdoor fixture
Yeah,
that
Tiffany.
it cost like $200 in the 60s, guys. That's not cheap. It's just an outdoor light,
We have a Tiffany porch light.
I guess.
And I did hear, to the whole, history thing, the guy next door was not a nice guy.
Yeah, but I don't know anything about that, so I wouldn't want to speak out of terms about that. I think
I don't know what was here before the house. I'm assuming
there
been a
was a
railroad
small
community.
railroad depot here.
But I'm not sure where it was located or.
It was not a town when
And
it
who
was
knows?
the railroad depot.
Maybe, just maybe, these things are like drawn here because of Salem over here.
Listen, I really kind of think maybe with the running away of Grandpa that I might have slammed the door on something, to be honest. You know?
I had a great grandfather by marriage. He wasn't my blood.
I could touch the darkness, you guys, but I prefer not to.
He was a full blood Choctaw Indian.
Let's
And
see,
he
I
had all
spent
kinds
most
of
of my life
superstitions.
thinking I was a quarter Indian. Thought my dad was half. These are the stories I was told.
You remember?
The story of America is white people came over here and effed over Native Americans and were racist as you know what, and would rather now be called Native American than tell the truth about their ancestry. You know what I mean? And so, like, that's how deep racism goes, whether it's one way or the other. You know what I mean?
I've heard that's where people claiming Black Dutch ancestry came
Right.
from.
You don't know what you are. And like there was buying and selling of Indian birthrights. I know there was people that gave up their roll numbers on purpose.
Kenneth, I'm not sure what the difference is between shadow people and ghosts. I don't get the feeling of like at the Crescent, you kind of got the feeling, that was a ghost, that was a person, that was the spirit of a person. And with the shadow people, it's not like that. It's just like kind of like an animal in the house. Oh, that's the feeling I get. Why are you looking at me like that? I think personally, okay, this is my thoughts, that shadow people are some kind of nature spirit thing that's been around forever. They're not connected to humanity. They're their own entity. I mean, the Indians
I'm not
had,
entertaining the shadow thing at all. That's all there is.
she doesn't
to
believe
that.
me at all.
No, that's not what I said. I'm not entertaining the shadow thing.
I think shadow people are in the mirror.
On the other side of the mirror, Nicholas.
What was that movie with Kiefer Sutherland? There was a whole other world on the other side of the mirror that was like darker, and it's called Mirror, I believe. It's crazy.
Jet black, peaches, Umar. Oh,
Human silhouettes
You
feel
got a big
menacing
on your
and
phone.
solid, often seen during sleep paralysis. Translucent. I see. I can see. But
man, my grandpa was clear as day. Well, maybe with no, I just I was awake.
now let's explore that thought about.
I
the
looked over and
residual-
saw him, and then he looked over and looked at me.
There are
I
parts.
don't like it.
Harch has brought this up about the human apparitions tied to the past, like residual energy. Did you get the feeling that your grandfather was a spirit, or was it more like a residual thing?
He looked sad.
He looked sad.
Yeah. He looked like he just looked sad.
Was that his bedroom when he was afflicted?
Yes.
Then maybe it was a residual.
Yeah, that was his bedroom. Well, that was the bedroom him and grandma slept in. And when I was little, I'd sleep with both of them in there.
Remember she called it the blue bed.
The bedspread and everything was blue.
You need to get your little pointed nose down there, chickie.
Yes, he just seemed sad.
Hey, CL.
That's what messed me up. And grandma said,
Right,
why
that
were you
would.
scared? And I said, because he was dead.
Can you imagine? I mean,
But I did not tell her for years. And then after I had a child, one day she brought it up because I slept in there again. Oh, you're finally sleeping in there again. I was like, yeah. And then she asked why I stopped. And I told her. I believe, from my memory, that was the first time I'd slept in there since he had died and I was back like on summer break, visiting. Because I wanted to feel
I
close
can
to
see where
him.
it would really scar you emotionally. The vision of one of your most loved people in your life and him being sad. I can see where that would really leave a deep emotional impact.
It almost looked like he was lost.
On it. See, that's heartbreaking.
Yeah, because he actually got lost a few times. We had to take his keys away from him, He didn't get to drive anymore. And, like, for a rancher, he had fought in World War II, you guys.
That sounds more and more like a residual, huh? Like the feelings, the strong feelings that, like, he was trapped there with, with his deteriorating mind. And
He was a very smart man, too.
that's what I'm saying. It's heartbreaking.
It is sad. I don't like to talk about it. But I figured, let's get this one over with.
Now,
I don't like this one because
I've
I
had
brought my
experiences
grandpa.
throughout my life, like everybody has, with noises you can't explain, or something moving in the corner of your eye, or
No,
like
but
I-
that is real.
like I
That's
said,
what
my
I'm
shadow
saying.
people stuff here.
It's real.
Yeah, I'm saying your thing. I don't doubt that a bit. But the only honest to God experience I have had where I could say that was a damn ghost, there ain't no doubt about it. Chalk that one up in history books. Was at the Crescent. That was, there is no other way to explain that. That chick wasn't real.
But the cat and us saw
What's
it.
up, High Plains? Oh, and cats. What is the deal with cats being so in tune with?
Does anybody here have a cat that sometimes stops and looks at nothing?
Our cat does when she's silly.
Hey. Rob piloted his boat through the underworld. It was a cat goddess that protected it.
Wow.
When who did?
Ra, the Egyptian sun
That's
god.
when it became Sekhmet in the underworld.
So are we saying Ra is a real person?
Well, a lot of your ancient myths have basis in reality.
Cats in the garden.
Yes, yes. Hello, High Plains. I'll be in the background and listening. Your young cat looks around and yes. Cats are always like stopping and looking at something.
I don't know if any of you have ever seen that kind of obscure Keanu Reeves movie, Constantine.
Yes. Were they vampires?
No, they were demons.
Ah.
There's demons and angels.
I couldn't remember.
and
how
they
it
were
went.
fighting for the souls of humanity. It was a bet between God and the devil. And anyway, he had this ritual he would do where he could go into hell and see if someone was there. And he was talking to this girl's sister that he was supposed to be looking for. And he had to put his feet in a pan of water because water was like a transition thing. And he said, "Do you have anything that belongs to her?" And she said, "Yes, I've got her cat." He said, "Cats are perfect. They're half in, half out anyway." That always struck with me. Lottie, that's a cool name for a cat. Feet in water holding the cat. Have you not seen the movie? Kirsty, it's not a bad movie. She don't like Keanu Reeves, so we don't
It's
watch
like you. He's hilarious. Why don't I? Why are you saying I don't like Keanu Reeves?
it. You don't like his later movies when he quit being hilarious and started doing more of his action, serious stuff.
Ah,
Have a spirit animal? Yeah, that black and white buzzball.
what is that noise?
Chris Bugger.
It sounds like something running through pudding.
Sounds like something gnawing on the bed, huh?
That's what I'm hearing. You know what I mean? Is that the only two stories we got?
Now, what about I know I've told the story before of the me and TJ at Mountain Station.
No, that's not a ghost.
It was hilarious.
No. Not a ghost. That was a cow.
But it did not look like a cow, and you did not acknowledge how brave we were. So,
The
Yeah.
panda back out.
do you think there are two kinds of ghosts, like actual spirit ghosts and residual ghosts? Or do you think there's only residuals or only spirit? What's your thoughts on this?
I mean, if there's one, so then there's others. You know what I mean? If there's like a full apparition, then there has to be like shades of that.
50 Shades of Grey. I can understand what you're saying, but you would think with all the horrible stuff that has happened in this country over the years, there'd be a lot more residual. Sand Creek, the massacres during the takeover, white man and Native Americans.
We are living in an urban society, most of us. There's so many noises on the daily.
Agreed.
You know what I mean? If you're not super hyper aware, if you don't catch it just so, you might be hearing ghosts. You don't know.
Now, I've always had more of a connection with the physical side of things, like the cryptids and stuff like that. I guess because I grew up out in the woods and stuff like that. I've never really done much of the ghost and spiritual stuff.
Neither have I.
But I'm telling you, that thing at the
I
Crescent
haven't, I didn't go looking
changed
for
my view of
anything
the world.
except for you and the stupid crescent.
Now, your experience with your grandpa at such a young age seemed like that would have flipped the switch one way or the other.
That's what I said. I think I shut the door.
Ah,
I didn't make the decision to. Just the way I reacted, like I don't know, I shut down. Like I don't know. I didn't tell my mom and grandma anything. I didn't even tell my mom when I was away from my grandma. I didn't tell anybody for years. I never spoke of it. That was it. It was just me and my little secret. And you don't understand
sadly, deep
the way
emotional
my
scars.
heart was pounding when I came out of that room. I'm telling you, my feet were not touching the ground. I ran so fast.
Like you could outrun something like that.
Well, there was that one time I woke up and I told you my little Care Bear nightgown was on inside out and backward. And it really
That
felt.
was aliens, though.
Yeah, I really felt like something happened to me that night. Listen, I had this little Care Bear nightgown, and I loved to put that thing on. I would pat my little tummy and I'd trot off to bed. You know what I mean? I looked down, Care Bears. You know, if you put it on backward, inside out, you're not going to see Care Bears. Like I got up the next morning, I looked down to see my Care Bears, and they were not there. And I'm like, it just scared the crap. out of me. I can't explain it
What
other
made
than
that?
that. Woo! What happened? I think really maybe there's something wrong with me, to be honest.
You get up and your clothes are on inside out. Yeah, something's bad wrong.
I don't want to talk about this anymore.
Where are you going?
I feel like my kidneys are messed up. Make a big deal about it.
Yeah, the spiritual side of things. I mean, that's. And you hear spirit animals, like you're talking about, not that kind of spirit animal, Chris, but like ghosts of animals. Like that cat at the crescent. You know, they said you could feel it rubbing your legs. And I've seen those paranormal caught on tape with supposed spirits of pets. I mean, it's strange.
Oh, okay.
There are more things on heaven and earth ratio that are dreamt of in our philosophy.
Maybe I haven't seen paralysis.
Now, sleep paralysis, I've read about that, and that would be terrifying.
I got another story.
Okay.
I don't know if I've repressed stuff. You know about this one though. So I woke up in the night and Darth Vader was standing in my room. He was, you know, breathing like Darth Vader breathes, and like pushes a button and disappears.
I think aliens.
I was sleeping with my mom.
I think aliens.
I think she made me go to bed watching Star Trek,
Hmm.
the old TV series, and just, you know. All the things I described, though, kind of freaked me out back in the day. These are like high traumas in my mind. You know, because if one is real, then are all of them real? You know, like my mind.
Well, it makes me think of like that movie Dark Skies, where that kid kept having a little weird experience to come find out the aliens are after him. All your
My
pain,
youngest
Seal.
daughter has always been scared of, like, I call it the thing that's out to get her. She could never like go outside and take out the trash. Like,
I watched a movie one time when I was a little kid. Not a little kid. I don't know. I was pretty young. But it was not even, it was a horror movie, but it was a horror movie about aliens that turned this guy into like this. They abducted him, and when they brought him back, he was like a monster. And he did all kinds of weird crap. But okay, it's hard to explain the movie without.
just doing weird crap.
It was very, very scary. But it wasn't even a good movie. And that thing scared me so bad. I mean, I had trouble. I had to go out and take care of animals. I do a lot of stuff in the dark when I was a kid. And that gave me actual trauma for weeks. I mean, I was always looking for this thing that he turned into to come out of the bushes, you know. And it walked like a grasshopper, had like a backward legs, you know, and it was So, yeah.
Backward legs.
You know what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
Chris, you had sleep paralysis a few times. Man, I couldn't handle it. I'd be like, I don't even like doctors. They'd be like, you need to figure out what's going on here. Uh-oh. Penny Nanny Polka. Her actual name is Penny Lane. But we
She
call her all
almost
kinds of
busted
Penny
my lip,
Loafer,
guys.
Penny Annie.
Oh my god.
You ever thought of having a pop-in supernatural Saturday Night Weather to jump? Yes, actually, I was thinking about that today with the ghost stories.
Yeah. Well, I
I
said
think
it in
that
the
would
chat.
be great, but I don't know how to do this stuff.
I don't know. I should have set it up in StreamYard if we're going to do that. So maybe we should do that.
KP Heathen.
KP Heathen.
Greetings from Louisiana. I love the state of Louisiana.
Louisiana.
One of my best friends.
We got
in the
you guys
world,
in the purchase.
Oklahoma came in that purchase too.
Oh, we came in it too?
Yeah.
Wow. Like all the way up to Canada, some of it, right?
Well, it went up to the northern border.
I've never been to Louisiana.
One of my best friends in the world came from Louisiana, Jody. And I've been to Louisiana a few times for rodeos.
I was born in Georgia.
Okay, the garden. It's not doing well.
No. I've got peppers, all of my squash, my second round squash, it's dead.
But he's asking about tomatoes. The tomatoes actually look like they're trying to come back.
I'm getting tomatoes. Again, I pruned them back.
But here's right now with tomatoes like out here, you'll see them and they'll look like they're about ripe, and then you go back out that evening and they're baked. Would you quit licking my fingers, you little weirdo?
It's just so hot, you guys. We can't get any rain. And when it's this hot, I've been watering every other day.
Yes.
Every other day. And thank God we don't have a slug problem or anything like that. Like I don't know what we'd do if we did. We'd just be overrun with that, but like
My water bill is outrageous.
it's outrageous. It always is in the summer, but like last year we had a week at 100 and that was it.
Yeah.
This year,
No,
had
we're on city.
batches.
We're on city water,
Yeah, city water. We don't have a well. I wish we did.
and I
But if we had a well, it'd be dry.
I imagine they have like rules and regulations over water tanks around here. Because our boss is actually selling some big water tanks.
Is it?
Yeah. Some of those came off the trucks. Like there's a 1,000-gallon tank he's selling, and like a 200-gallon tank. But I'm sure there's.
Is Sloth Gaming still here? I want to tell, Kirsty, you can tell him. Girl is in there right now playing Conker's Bad Fur Day. It's a game from the 90s. It's it's like PG-13 to say the very least.
I would go R.
R?
Yeah. He gets randy,
Yeah.
and he talks like Dean. He has that accent, And what he said the other day? He said something about, "Oh my giddy aunt."
Oh my Gideon.
Killed me. Oh, he's here.
Have you ever heard of Conker's Bad Fur Day?
It was one of
Slothfield
the
Gaming?
original 64 games.
Nintendo 64. Well, we have an asphalt roof, with shingles, and that's not the best to be saving water. Although we have saved water.
Now, I believe, though, in Australia, aren't like small ponds called water tanks? I believe so. Dad has. Of course he has.
Really?
Man, they play Conker's Bad Fur Day. I mean, when your little squirrel has to go and fill his belly up with beer so he can pee on the little fire guys and put them out. I mean, come on.
She did the one where you have to surf through the lava.
Yeah. And there's a part where you got to throw toilet paper at the big poop monster.
Penny Wayne. Penny Wayne is a corgi, and she likes things like this. She likes garbage, guys.
Yeah, we call it her garbage. She loves her garbage.
And garbage makes noise. She loves it.
Isn't that strange that KP Heathen is here? And we were just talking about heathens earlier.
Is that why Heathen is here? Because we said something about a heathen?
We invoked the heathen.
That's funny. What else can we say?
Oh,
Who else can we
just for the
conjure
record.
up?
Just for the record, my family name would have been considered heathen too.
Ethan. My maiden name means where the wind goes.
Yes.
We ain't gonna say what it is for privacy.
And our family name now is Old Norse rooted. It comes from Old Norse, not Northern European. Old Norse, actually.
These doggies think I'm the best thing that
They do. Them doggies just love Amanda.
Oh, I am a doggy whisperer.
You pinch them on the neck, say, psst.
Mama has the best games.
That's nasty.
Mama gives the best kisses.
Ow! What'd you do that for?
And Larry cut his penis hair today, guys.
Come on now, that sounds terrible.
Well, it has to be done. Take a look at haircut, guys. He's
We are
not
going to have
in.
to check into setting up one of those lives like she's talking about, where we have people come in and share stories.
Yes.
That would be amazing. I was actually thinking about that with the ghost stories, but like I said, I don't know how to do this stuff.
We took naps today, him and I. Kind of messed me up. Messed him up. But we thought our stories were good. And the
Yeah.
Crescent one especially, because we actually got to go there. And then Chris from the chat actually went to the Salem. I was trying to put him in the Bellwitch house.
Now the Crescent, it has been featured on several of those ghost hunter shows. They have gone to the Crescent. It is like very famous now. I mean, back when, like I said, back when we were first starting, it was just like a word of mouth local legend thing. But it's like big now.
It's very subtle, except for that stupid woman downstairs. It's like, oh my god.
Yeah, it was like I said, you see, something out of the corner of your eye, or little unexplained occurrences, or noises like the people in the fire escape, But we saw her. I mean, there's no two ways about it.
And we didn't know that she was ever going to be there. Like, you know what I mean? Like,
Speaking of which, Kurt, said he loved listening to our experiences. Why does one couple have so much crap happen to them? We have the ghost stories. We have UFO stories. We have cryptid stories. I mean, what are we
now,
doing
in
wrong?
Colorado, me and Haley were sort of driving on purpose to see weird stuff.
Yeah, but the thing in Red Oak happened just, we were on the way to the store. And there's
Yeah.
icy road. I mean, we weren't looking for crap. And then the stuff like Bigfoot in the middle of the road. I wasn't looking
That
for
was all
Bigfoot.
you. That's all on you. I don't qualify that. That wasn't me. I wasn't there.
How dare you?
No. You got to have a skeptical mind. I wasn't there, so I can't say.
It was from here to that door from me. Okay? There's not a doubt in my mind what I was looking at. I was looking at a very large ape. Oh, y'all are those couples too, huh? See? What is the deal? I know it.
know.
To the general public, it sounds like unbelievable. Okay, you do Supernatural Saturday, and you've actually, it's like that one chick on,
No. Because that stuff we saw in Red Oak, other people in Red Oak saw it too.
yes, exactly. I'm not saying any of our stuff is questionable. I'm just saying why
On the
us?
same night. My child's Head Start teacher told me about it.
But it reminds me, I just hope people don't view us like, when we watch that Paranormal Caught on Tape.
I said before that I look like the kind of person that would be in a trailer park saying, I saw this, wearing my moo-moo.
Well, they have that one chick on there. She's blonde. Her name's like Karen Slaughter or something.
Karen.
And what drives me nuts about her is no matter what it is, she comes, oh, I've had this. I've done this. I've seen this. It's like, wow. But then you look at us and same crap. But I swear, this stuff happened.
My favorite, story like this about somebody seeing something is Kate, what's her name, on SNL when they do that panel where like, well, one year, you know, they all got like abducted by Santa Claus or the elves or something like that. Like,
She did all that gross stuff.
yeah, yeah.
You just wake up with your Care Bear nightgown inside out.
I really did though. You don't understand. It disturbed me because I was like, I know.
Now, see, these days that
I
would be
know I had that crap on right.
These days that wouldn't be attributed to the supernatural in any way,
No,
shape,
no,
or
no, no,
form.
no, I
That would
know.
be criminal charges.
There was no males in the house when this occurred. You know what I'm saying? Like, it had to have been my grandmother.
He looks cranky.
I suppose there are grandmothers that molest their grandchildren, but
man,
like,
shut
I don't
this
want to
money
think
down.
about that.
That is one thing I will refuse to do is human monsters on our old supernatural Saturdays.
Yeah, no,
I don't
want to do serial.
I don't want to do
killers.
serial killers or cannibals or any of that stuff. It's just no. That is the dark half of nature.
I was really glad the doggies did not kill my chickens when they were out through the day because I let the dogs out several times that morning before I realized there was chickens
Okay,
running
guys, I
around
don't know how
all
many of
over
you-
my backyard.
How many of you heard about the chickens being out that day that I was at work?
Oh wait,
But I found where they were getting out.
be careful what I show here. Well, you probably can't see it, but right here and right here is my little flog marks, guys, from that damn rooster. He got me with both feet.
I found a hole
Chong.
in the fence that did not lead to the outside or into the yard proper. It led into the goat pen. And it had been pushed in from the goat pen side. So that pain in the butt, brown goat, let the chickens out.
Because we had to put chicken wire on the bottom half of the goat pens, like all the way around, because the baby goats could get through the
Yes.
cattle panels. What is an empath? Somebody that feels pain of others a lot, or feels things themselves overly too.
Yes, there was actually back in the day, Chris, if you remember the comic books, Swamp Thing was an empath. That's what drew him to people in trouble.
I loved Swamp
he
Thing.
felt
Swamp
it.
Thing was one of my favorite movies back in the day.
He wasn't. That movie was nothing like the Swamp Thing comic book.
Oh, I don't care.
One of his big things was whatever knows fear will burn at the Swamp Thing's touch. If they were scared of him, he could just grab a hold of them and they would catch on fire. And he was this big plant-looking thing. Speaking of cryptid things,
There's one right there.
a while ago when you were running your mouth, Kirsty said
What's
hi.
the best ghost you ever heard about?
There's one in a Scottish castle that he was held prisoner there, and he tried to escape by hiding out in a dung cart. Only he didn't plan ahead, so when they like took the dung out, they tipped him over a cliff. He died. And to this day, people say they smell like a foul odor. They know it's him.
It's a real shitty way to die.
Shitty way to die.
The poopy man. The poop man coming.
Oh man.
That's terrible. The poop man coming.
I will play guitar. Not tonight, guys. Not tonight. I have nothing prepared. Also, my guitar is not tuned.
And this weather, I imagine it'd be impossible to keep that thing in tune. It is 80 degrees at night, guys.
It's not exactly cool in here right now with the air conditioners going, you know?
When I went to the feed store today, 9 o'clock in the morning, it was 94 degrees. At 9 o'clock in the morning.
I do have air conditioning. It's only
Yeah.
window units, you know, sprinkled
Actually, though,
throughout the house.
This is not a huge house,
It's not
and
even-
we have a 220 air conditioner in the dining room, and then a 110 air conditioner in here, which are what, 40 feet apart, and it should be like meat hanging temperature in here,
but it's not.
and it is not.
It's comfortable. But don't get up and run around a whole lot because you're going to start sweating.
That's another thing outside right now. Like when we go to work in the mornings, we leave the shop at 6 o'clock in the morning. We're usually on the job by 7 or 7:30. And I can get out and start getting the paint set up, and we'll be wringing wet in 10 minutes. We're talking 8 o'clock, 7:30, 8 o'clock in the morning. 10 minutes of activity, and you're just dripping sweat. It's just,
And you know, it's well worth noting that there's a lot of oil field activity out here, whether or not they're drilling or not. Like there's pump jacks and everything all over the state. And we've got 2 interstates running north, south. One is running north, south. One's running east, west. Well, then we got I-44. So there's 3 interstates. So like we got semis running through here like crazy. You know as well as I that they don't want to do the little weight thing sometimes, and they go swinging around on the back roads and do whatnot. And like the guy that is that what started the fire in Caddo County was the
it was someone, okay, when you pull a trailer, it has safety chains.
yeah.
One of those chains was dragging. It wasn't in Caddo County as the other one down Anadarko.
Ah,
But one of those chains was dragging and kicking off sparks, and it was starting little fires on the sides of the road.
oh my God. Literally.
11 degrees here. You have to translate that into
11
Fahrenheit.
degrees. They use Fahrenheit.
No, they use Celsius. They're in Australia. Now, they are in winter.
Well, I know.
It's at 11 degrees Fahrenheit,
Mind you,
51 Fahrenheit. Ah, thank you, Kirsty. That's still, I would kill for 51 Fahrenheit right now. That's like comfortable temperature there.
having a heat dome.
Our temperature right now,
Tropical heat dome.
I do not know. Just 1 second, I will tell you.
Careful. Be mighty careful.
It is 98 degrees here with a real feel of 97. That's because we have the humidity. It's gone.
Because there's no rain. There's no moisture in
So it
the
is.
soil.
It is 7:30 in the evening.
I've got leaves falling
And it's
down,
98
guys.
degrees.
We don't usually have leaves falling in August. But I've
Oh
got
yeah,
leaves.
there. If you travel around, trees everywhere are already changing colors and dropping leaves.
Yeah.
This is terrible. I hate summertime. I hate it.
I mean, I don't like winter either. I like spring and I like fall, y'all. I have figured it out. Those are my sweet zones. But listen, I can't go back where the snowfall is heavy. I
If
just can't do that.
if this is global warming, I don't like
I don't want no part of it.
Kirsty's quick with them figures, isn't she, Nicholas?
Yeah, well, I know what time it is there, Kirsty. But I don't know what time it is here. It is. Oh my God. Kirsty. Is it like 1 in the morning there? 2 in the morning?
Wow.
Kirsty.
Listen, the ghost stories were going to bed. Ah,
Jesus, Kirsty. The late night for you, sweetheart.
well, guys, anybody interested in paranormal investigations, I would suggest the Crescent.
No. Right now, spin up some stories about what we're going to do next week, because I don't like the wondering thing. And we
Next
chose
week.
last minute again.
Okay,
I'm tired of this crap.
let's take some audience.
Audience poll.
Yeah, what would be a good subject for next week? 1:30 there, Amanda.
Yes. Oh,
Kirsty's
right in the
a
middle.
whiz.
What's it? 1:30 or 2?
So, good subject for next week, guys.
I have great UFO stories.
Supernatural Saturday start at midnight. How awesome!
Well, and that was the thing. Like, we started it sort of in the winter. Did we start it in the winter?
I do not remember.
I don't know. I pulled the time out of my butt, and I always
Weird.
said it was messed up because, like, it was never dark here. It didn't feel right. But,
How
like,
you make your metal work art. I'll be doing that off and on. I'm probably going to do some tomorrow.
we've been talking about it.
I've got some handles I can work on for some knives I have made. And I'm really wanting to do some metal work, but I'm kind of scared of what people would say with the forge running and hot metal flying around.
Yeah, I think you should just work on your knife handles,
Yeah,
like you said. I think it's
yeah. I think it would just be.
Listen, those people lost their house. I don't know
I think
what
it would just
caused
be
their house to burn,
irresponsible.
but
I think it'd be
Yes.
irresponsible to fire up the forge or the welder. As a matter of fact, even though I take precautions, I mean things can happen, and I don't want to make the neighbors nervous. I mean, I try to draw as little attention from the neighbors as possible. But I do have the handles I can work on, and I need to get better at handles, as you can see from the handle I put on her chef's knife.
I mean, you're also like using salvaged wood and
Well,
things like that.
See, that's one of the things I really like is taking something that is considered junk.
I
and
like
making
it too.
something useful. I mean,
Show 'em my chairs.
Amanda cooking. Hey, I've been thinking about getting a piece of metal, setting it out here at the end of the driveway, and then the heat of the day, go out there and fry an egg.
But we have black cast
Oh, you love
iron.
the table? Thank you. Thank you very much.
I mean, it's decent. You know what? We got all the parts from Home Depot or Lowe's.
Bermuda Triangle for Supernatural Saturdays. Says. There's also the Dragon's Triangle, the Elastic Triangle. We did have
Bermuda
some-
Triangle is my stripper name, guys.
Oh my God.
I don't know what came over me. Listen, now you made me feel weird.
What's saying? What I do?
What'd you do?
I don't know. And he had said, hey now.
My stripper name?
This table I made when our oldest daughter was coming in for Thanksgiving.
Yeah, because it was the first time we'd all been together for a minute, and I was like, we are going to have a Thanksgiving dinner that couldn't be beat.
Hilarious. Thank you, Kirsty. That was awesome.
Larry's table.
Now, in full disclosure, I didn't make the parts.
No.
I put them together
Yes.
and all that, but yes, the shelves behind me I made those two, but those are just shelf brackets and 1x12s.
He didn't make this.
that one right behind me. No, I did not make that, but that's what started the whole, like her rowing bar and the table, actually. Yeah. Oh, insulted Amanda's cooking. No, I wasn't insulting the cooking. It's just, it's been so hot. You don't want to fire up even the stove until after dark.
Yeah.
I mean, it's not dark yet. It usually been getting dark around 9 o'clock.
And I try to cook like once every 3 days.
Oh,
You know what I mean?
DJ says
Leftovers.
Jersey Devil. We throw that one in there. The girls, my girls used to be scared to death of the Jersey Devil. They just knew it was going to fly down out of the trees and carry them off. And then we saw a picture what the Jersey Devil was supposed to look like.
No, I
was
made
like,
them go to mom. Mom had internet. I don't know why she had internet. We didn't, but I don't know. Print me out a picture. Show me what you're telling me is so scary to you. And they did. And I laughed so hard. It was donkey, like a donkey face, like a donkey teeth. I'm like, you're scared? What's he gonna do? Nibble you to death?
smack him. Hey, Nicholas asked, how'd your soap turn out?
It's good. It's good, Nicholas. We've been using it. I haven't really given it. Well, I gave Kirsty some.
Indiana, I would not in any way insult my wife's cooking because I am a fat boy and I like to eat. And if I insult her cooking,
Oh, now
that's
listen.
done.
Indiana, my first meal I made as a married woman was Pop-Tarts. And you know, we got married at church, at his grandma's church. So like we got given a lot of gifts and cash, by the way. Like they gave me a toaster. I'm like, I'm gonna get up, I'm gonna make you breakfast. And he thought I was making bacon and eggs and the whole thing, but no. So I put the Pop-Tarts on and I went to go take a shower, and pretty soon the kitchen was filled with smoke. And that damn, I swear to God, they did it on purpose. That toaster was set all the way up on high. He made fun of me.
My first breakfast as a married man was burnt Pop-Tarts.
Pop-Tarts. Oh, like I didn't make others. It wasn't my fault, guys.
He was watching you making soap on the live with your daughter.
Yeah.
And she sent Kirsty some. That's what she was talking about. It was wonderful. And we have some in there now. She made a couple of different. Which one did you watch? The goat milk soap or the first lye soap? So she's made both now. They came out great.
Well, the first one I unmolded a little too soon, you know, and it was really hard to get out of the mold. So they were kind of squidgy when they dried.
Squidgy, I love that word.
But you know, when you get done with your soap, you got to let them cure anywhere from 2 weeks to 6 weeks, depending on how big your bar is. You know, if it's a little bar, then it's 2 weeks. If it's like the big thing, then. What I find fascinating, you guys should look up pictures of they do soap carvings. It's like a whole art to it. They'll even like burn it to get certain techniques going on with their soap carving.
Mr. Russian,
Really intricate soap carving, y'all.
why you do it?
Why you do it? Why you do it? Larry's like, why does he keep saying that? What does that mean?
Larry is not the sharpest tool in the shed. Okay.
Done.
How many did you end up with after 2 trays?
2 trays.
Okay, CJ, or DJ. Sorry. CJ was a CL Fantasy Wave that DJ, it confuses me. Told you I'm not sharp. He says, why you do it? Like, why you do it? I had the same.
Oh well.
conundrum.
The first long bar we made, the first batch of soap we made, the first one, the long bar, it is ready to cut. I haven't cut it yet. We've just been using our small bars first, but the second batch is not done curing yet. It'll be done at the end of August, is what I figured out the timing to be. Yeah, it takes 30 days for the.
That's crazy. I bet in this heat, you don't think, well, it's in your room where it stays cool, huh?
Yes.
It has to stay cool.
It has to stay cool and dark.
That's Larry why you tweet. Because I ain't got nothing better to do. That's what-
We do it for the thrill of it.
Show with Jerry Springer. What? I might do some knife work tomorrow. It's been
Do
a
we
while
look like
since
Jerry Springer candidates?
it's. Yeah, we do. It's been a while since I did a bow shoot video, but I don't know where I would shoot my bow right now because I put the billy goat pin in my bow range.
And we got neighbors on the other side.
Hope they can catch. It's crazy.
You need to do a bow hunting video with a deer this
Oh,
fall.
I'm going to. I've already been thinking about this.
That would be really cool.
You know what else I can build if I had the materials? I've been thinking about
What are
seeing
you
if they cost.
talking about building? I said, you.
Listen. The two are combined. The metal work and the deer hunting.
You're gonna build a deer stand?
I could build a tree stand.
Oh wow.
When we got together, remember that tree stand I had that I left at your grandma's?
Yeah.
That was made for me by a welder there in Indianola.
Yeah. Tree stands
No,
are
he
nice.
has not damaged his house anymore. The electricity has solved the problem. Most people like having electric run to their house, but not Billie Jean.
I can't help but feel bad though about it.
Feel bad.
Feel bad.
He's got toys to play
He
with.
just wasn't happy in his new home.
He has stuff he can beat on that is made for him to beat on. Why do you want to destroy your house? And the fence and every damn thing else you can get a hold of. Yeah, Dean builds a lot of stuff. I've watched some of his videos. He's really good at it. I tell people that my crafting skills and mechanicking skills and all that stuff is because I can't afford to pay anybody to do it
That's
for me.
what Kirsty they were saying about how they got to be so frugal and stuff because we had to be, you know? Yeah. I figured out a long time ago, like, we need to buy Chilton manuals and Larry needed to start fixing our vehicles. I would
Yeah,
get
and-
helpful and make drinks and go, are you on step one yet?
My first project, I had to replace the transmission in a 1984 Thunderbird. And she comes out, have you done step 5 yet? I said, oh my gosh, please. Step 1 was remove old transmission. Goodness.
Yeah, I said, there's only 5 steps. And the first one was remove the old transmission.
That reminds me, I was thinking of something with Girl's truck. I'm gonna have to ask him about it. I'm wondering if thermostat might be sticky.
Tell them what's happening with her truck.
Her truck runs okay, but when she drives it for 30, 40 minutes, it'll die and won't restart. And you let it sit for about 20, 30 minutes and it'll fire back up and run like a champ. And I thought maybe the ignition coil was heating up, so I replaced that. I thought maybe the ignition module was heating up, so I replaced that. I don't know what it is. Use glass jars, not plastic.
Yeah. I've got glass jars.
Oh, and I can't wait to use that vacuum.
Well, mind you, I have the Ziploc baggies, so I guess I shouldn't have Ziploc baggies.
There are so many times that is more convenient because, especially space in the refrigerator
Yeah.
and the freezer. Our freezer is stuffed. Glass jars do not freeze well.
Well, they do, but they take up space. So you have
And
to have extra room in your freezer.
When
for
it's
that.
super cold, if you bump it, it goes.
Anyway, the only things I put in the, I don't know.
I am gonna make some tacos.
We're having tacos for dinner,
We're having
guys.
tacos.
It's Taco Saturday. Do not let anybody tell you you have to eat your taco on a Tuesday. You can eat your
Spanish Saturday.
taco whenever you like to eat your taco, guys.
Exactly.
Because we said so.
Be a rebel.
Do it. Grate that cheese.
Refuse to eat tacos on Tuesday. No
Although-
Taco Tuesday.
Don't eat lettuce or jalapenos if you're not growing them yourself. I'm telling you right now.
Wow.
And,
In Australia, we have eco green biodegradable Ziploc bags.
I don't think we have. They're just regular old kind. What is he eating?
Who? Her dog's eating something. Anyways. So, like I said, tomorrow maybe we'll do some knife videos. Doing some handles, something non-flammable. And maybe we'll try to figure out a bow thing. I don't know. And I'm sure Amanda has some stuff she needs done outside. I'm more acclimated to the outside work. So, Panda.
Somebody got a pork taco.
I see that.
Get it.
I did.
Thank you.
That was. Yep. That's disgusting.
Cut it off. I've got it.
Hey, cruising. Amanda said she's done. I started talking about tacos. She's probably going to go start on tacos. So we were talking about this fall. Everybody knows I shoot my bow and I deer hunt. Would anybody be interested in a deer hunting video? I do not want to offend anyone. Sour cream on yours? Okay, Nicholas. These women won't eat them without sour cream either. But have you tried Greek yogurt? It's healthier. A little more expensive, but it is healthy. Yes. Yeah, Greek yogurt has that special zing to it. Anyway, I would like to know if you guys would be interested in a deer hunting video before this fall. And also, like I said, the knife making videos tomorrow with the handles and stuff like that. And hopefully we'll get a break in the weather soon. And we can go back to some metal work on weekends. I really enjoy it. I think it's in my blood. Like I said, my great-grandfather was a locally famous blacksmith. So I think it would be cool. Anyways, I guess I'm going to go, guys. Now I'm getting hungry. And hey, y'all see this right here? Amanda did this upholstery. Awesome. Yes, Nicholas, I do enjoy it. I mean, I used to hunt all the time. I'm really big on deer hunting. And over the years, I've just pared it down. At first, I hunted for sustenance because we needed it when I was a kid. But then as we got older and didn't need meat so much, I started paring it down. First, I quit hunting with modern rifle. And then I quit hunting with muzzleloaders. And then I was only bow hunting with a compound bow. And then the compound bow got me less of a challenge. So now I just hunt with a traditional recurve bow with no sights. Yes, it is Vincent Nichols.
Oh my God.
Anyways,
Wait, wait. Don't tell my dollar.
what? Oh. You tell about that and I'll get ready to end it.
All right. Along like a year or two ago, I missed a call from the Nielsen rating. They were going to have us be one of their survey families. You know, watch TV for money. That was already, I was so mad about that. But like, I got a letter from them today. Maybe it's some kind of scam or I don't
I
know.
looked it up. It was
They gave me $1.
to do their survey.
Yes, I got $1
Send us an actual dollar bill in the mail.
in the mail, guys.
Have a good night, everyone.
Peace. I'm a Nielsen family.